This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. This is actually a continuation of my ride. I did my health update on the bike, and I just signed off of that, and now I turned it back on so we can talk about stuff for our Tuesday video, which is e-bike related only, right? But if you do want to watch my health updates, it's on Mondays that you should check my videos. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays will be e-bike related videos. So let's clarify a couple things, all right? A couple people mentioned, it says, hey, you mentioned Florida was banning the e-bikes. Yeah, it's a city in Florida, not the entire state of Florida. That's what I meant. I don't think it came out that way when I mentioned the various states that were having issues with e-bikes. Yeah, so I kind of lumped it together when I was talking about New Jersey and California. Those are state things. No, Florida's thing, I knew it. It's just that when I mentioned it, I forgotten to mention that it's one city in Florida that had put a 60-day ban on e-bikes because the woman was killed by a 12-year-old e-bike rider who had ran into her bike, and she wasn't wearing a helmet. He was. So I just wanted to clarify that. Now, the ban on the e-bike thing has been, I guess, it's been a hot topic. I mean, I was searching around on YouTube, and there's a lot of people talking about it. No, because it's a serious accident, and of course now it could be some major consequences because of that. I'm not in favor of banning all e-bikes because of this, but what I am kind of in favor of is maybe a 12-year-old kid shouldn't be riding an e-bike. And I saw some news reports from that Florida area, and they're showing kids riding moped-style e-bikes and fat tire e-bikes, and these are kids. I mean, probably around the same age as that kid that ran into the lady. I mean, you're talking 12, 13, 14-year-old kids. I personally think, and I'm okay with some type of thing that requires kids to have a little bit of education on what's the proper way to ride a regular bike / e-bike as well. I'm okay with that. I think any type of education like that is helpful. The problem I have though is how would you incorporate that? Some people have mentioned they should do it in school. Well, I guess that's one way of doing it, right? Let's see. Let's move forward a little bit here. Or if you plan to ride an e-bike or whatever, that you have to go in specifically for some type of course or class. I don't know. But even if they had the class and everything, is it still safe for a kid to ride an e-bike? And I have my doubts about that. Okay, this guy's turning. Car's still going. He goes, we all go. All right, here we go. So yeah, I have my doubts whether kids of 12 years old should really be on an e-bike. I really do. I think it's a little young. Oh, I should have probably turned. I think I did this last time. Okay, I can still turn here. I personally think that they should be a little bit older than something like a 12-year-old kid. I mean, my thought goes back to, remember when Rad had that issue where two kids were on an e-bike and they were riding on the same e-bike or something like that, and then one kid died, and then they decided to sue Rad. Remember that story? That was a while ago. But my thought goes right back to that when I'm hearing about kids on e-bikes. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's the first thing I was thinking of. Anyway, I just wanted to clear that one up. All right. Okay, any other new stuff that's happening in terms of e-bikes for me? Well, Yeah, I made an agreement with another company to review their bike later, not now, when weather gets better. So yeah, we're gonna see a number of bikes come in as we get closer to the spring time. For review. I'm gonna try to get out there as soon as I can to do these things, because I don't want them all piled up at the same time. You know, companies are starting to ask for help now because they know that as the weather starts to change a little bit, they want to get their bikes out in people's hands. But I saw one video where a guy said this year might be the year we start seeing a lot of regulations happen on e-bikes. I think he's right. With stories like this happening, people are going to be talking about it, and we're going to see more regulations come by. So, but banning is not the answer. I don't think banning is the answer. I think it's got to be some other things that will be a better choice than a full-out ban of e-bikes. Now, interestingly too, those news articles or those news videos I saw about the thing in Florida, and they showed kids on the bikes. They all had helmets. I don't know whether it's required for them down there to have a helmet on, or it's just coincidentally that all the kids had the helmets on. But yeah, the helmets is. I don't think it's required here in Illinois, but it's kind of an optional thing. I don't know if kids are required to have it though. I mean, for adults, if I didn't want to wear my helmet, I don't have to. I think you'd be crazy not to. I think you should. Get a good helmet too. I'm not just saying put any helmet on. Get a good one. It's worth it. So, all right. What else is happening? Well, I've seen more people on e-bikes recently than typical in my general area. So it tells me that e-bikes are selling in the area. I mean, there's an e-bike store not too far from us as well. Buy it locally. Many people buy it online as well. So maybe I'll go visit the guys at the store. I wonder if they're open now. Let me go over there, see if they're open or not. I'm gonna go over there. I'll continue back on once I'm done. Talk to you guys in a bit. All right, I'm back. Yeah, let me swing across here. I pulled into the parking lot here because I was passing by. Let me see if I get a quick shot here. So I went to visit my buddy here at Magicycle Electric Bikes. Let me pass by his shop here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see his sign there. Yeah, Magicycle Electric Bikes. Yeah, he has a number of different bikes in his shop there. So I was just talking to him to find out how sales and things were going, and stop here for a second. Okay, the lady's letting me go, so we're going. Yeah, I kind of talked to him a little bit about the issues that were going on with regulations and the like. So yeah, it's good to sometimes to be able to sit down and talk to somebody in the know, right? So yeah, if you're in the area, check out Magicycle. All right, where am I heading? Where am I going? Let's go further down. All right, so anyway, yeah, it was good to talk to him. I haven't seen him since last year. Yeah, I mean, winter happens, you know? It's kind of hard to deal with winter time, so yeah, we had a good chance to talk a little bit. see what's been going on in the e-bike world. So, all right, seems like schools are letting out. What time is it? 2:19. Yeah, we were shooting the breeze for a while there. But yeah, schools are letting out now, so that's why all these cars are all piled up over here. Yeah, kids are out. All right, let's just take the street back. I think that's the best way. I was debating whether to cut through some of the forest preserve area. It's okay, we'll take the streets. All right, we'll take a ride over here. Put my arm out, let people know I'm turning. Kids are on bikes. These kids are taking their bikes to go to school. And our e-bikes, of course, go a certain speed. I'm doing about 24 miles an hour according to my speedometer. Speed limit is 25 down here, so we're well within the speed limit. Yeah, the thing with Magicycle, this is the cruiser. This was one of the original cruisers. I mentioned this before in some of my videos. When Magicycle was just first kind of starting out here in the United States. But I got a chance to upgrade it. They sent me hydraulic brakes, so I put the hydraulic brakes on. They sent me the 20 amp hour battery, so I now have a 20 amp hour battery along with the 15 amp hour battery on the standard cruiser. The thing is typically the Cruiser Pro has the hydraulic brakes and the larger battery. So I call this my wannabe Pro because it doesn't have the upgraded motor. Cruiser Pro has a better motor too, a little bit more torque out of it. But it does fine, you know, for what I do, where I go, in my flatlands of the Chicago area. It's not bad. It's perfectly fine. People have asked me if I would be willing to sell off this bike. It's kind of hard for me to do that. I like the bike a lot. Oh, I also put on the Sun Tour suspension seat post, and I have a giddy up saddle on here. What else did I do to it? Oh, I have a little handlebar extender here. I've got the optional dual mirrors on here, different type of bell. I have the front basket on here as well. What else? Did I change anything else? I think that's about it. No, it's hard for me to get rid of it because it was my first review bike. And as long as they still have the motto in the line, I'll be hanging on to it for a while. So anyway, that's really about it for today. Like I said, this recording was done basically after my health report from Monday's video. I figured, well, I'll just turn it on and we'll talk a little bit as well. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. More videos to come. I don't know if we'll have riding videos anytime soon after this one. I think it's going to get a little bit cold again. And then we might see some decent weather again. This whole year, the weather has been really strange, but I'm just surprised that I'm able to actually get out in the month of February and actually ride my bike. Usually we have a ton of snow. Let's hope we don't get any more of that. All right, enough for today. Talk to you guys next time.